Scanning for audio.
Hello, and welcome to another Tin Dog podcast. You can probably still hear that my voice is a bit crap. Bear with me, I'm very sorry about this. I'm going to be talking about a rather nice release. This is Doctor Who Classic Series Special Releases, number 1.4 Sontarans vs. Rutans, in name only. Written by John Dorney, and here's the exciting part, starring Jonathan Carley. Oh yeah, it's a War Doctor story. Now, I was convinced that the War Doctor was ending and that Jonathan was going on his merry way. But I'm also convinced that I've read that there's going to be more of them. Now, if that was a dream, I'm not going to deny this dream, I'm going to go with it. And if this was a genuine piece of news, I'm a very happy bunny. The War Doctor is perhaps the most doctory of doctors. He's the Doctor despite himself, and I like that. Jonathan's performance, well, as he said at the convention, I am kind of one of his biggest cheerleaders. But I just love the performance, I love the character, and I love it all. And here we've got the denouement. Oh, there's a word you don't hear often. Denouement. I just like saying it. Of this whole 4-story set, where we've had the 8th Doctor, where he ended up in the Giant's Causeway with Charlie. We've had the 6th Doctor and Charlie. And if you don't understand how the same companion is with an earlier Doctor and a later Doctor at the same time, good luck to you. I would hit Wikipedia if I was you. Charlie rocks. And then, of course, we had the 3rd Doctor with a Brigadier and Sarah Jane heavy story. All of these deal with the ongoing war and what's going on in general. Weirdly, because I'm an idiot, I hadn't really figured out that these 4 stories would all A, fit together, and B, come to a conclusion at this point. We're 4 months in to what could be a really nice box set if you wanted to line them all up in that order. And it's great. This story brings everything together. It makes them all make sense and all fit together beautifully. And I wasn't really expecting that much of, well, not even clarity, but actual logical sense. You see, I tell you what, here's the synopsis. In the depths of the Time War, a Rutan attack on a Time Lord facility leads the Gallifrey declaring vicious reprisal. But not all Time Lords support the action. One thinks there's more to the situation than meets the eye, and this Time Lord was once called the Doctor. Okay, so not that much really to go on. We know it's the Rutans, we know it's the Sontarans, we know that there's an attack on the station, and we know it's in the middle of the Time War. And the Time War does give us a whole all bets are off feel, which is fine, because it lets us have things going on that make no sense. Well, no, they do make sense in the Time War kind of a way. They just don't make sense in that predictable kind of a way that we've had to deal with in the past, where you've got, oh, this happened, then this happened. No. Causality and the whole nature of Rutans and the nature of Sontarans has really, really gone into in such great depth in this box set. I've truly loved it. The second that they've been released, I've just hit play on the phone and just let them wash over me and just loved me. It's been an experience. It's been absolutely jolly lovely. It really has. Now, of course, you've got John Dorney doing what could be, for some people, a shopping list of a script. What do we have to do? Well, we have to have this Doctor, and we have to have this explained here, and this explained here, and this referenced here, and this is the reason behind this, and this is where we're going here. And in a lesser writer's hands, that could have happened. But what you've actually got is an economy of language that Dorney uses all the time. There isn't a wasted sentence. There is zero padding, which means you have to pay attention to what's going on. If you do, you'll be paid off in spades. Absolutely cracking end to a cracking box set, which isn't even a box set. It's just a nice selection of audios. I've loved every single moment. And the Rutans, despite the fact that their shape changes and can be played by anyone on audio, have not really been gone into that much with Big Finish. And that's fine. Right, here's the trailer and experience it for yourself. As always, make up your own mind. But until next time, be seeing you.
To defensive positions! Shoot on my order! Ready weapons!
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, Sontarans vs. Rutans, in name only.
This station is impinging on Rutan territory. This must not be tolerated.
We cannot fight a war on two fronts.
I am long past my pacifist ways.
If the Rutan host has declared against us as well, then we're put in a precarious position.
All Gallifreyans must die.
I propose that we send a message.
Every day, I think my people can't stoop any lower. And yet,
I propose that we destroy Router 3.
a perfect grandfather paradox. I've been having nightmares.
We are fighting a war beyond reality. We all have nightmares.
Visions, then, of our world torn apart. This is a collapse of time.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
You play a dangerous game, Time Lord, but in that, you are not alone.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. Everything discussed is the intellectual property of others. No infringement is intended. For early access to reviews, follow the show on YouTube or Twitter @Tin Dog Podcast. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.